Hello, how are we? So this tip today is all about how to create your very own profitable online courses. My name's Sarah Cordner. I'm a qualified course creation specialist, educator and teacher trainer, and I have been helping people, organizations and government create their own training programs online and offline for well over a decade. Now, in this particular video, I'm going to take you through step 1 of the 10 steps of creating your very own online course. And over the next 10 days, I will be sharing each next tip for you so that you can walk through and take away the exercises so that you can move through this process over the next 10 days. So the first tip for creating your very own online course is actually picking a topic. And a lot of people really struggle with this process, more often because they actually have so many things that they could be teaching, and picking the one thing that they want to do first is often the hardest part. There are a few people that just go, I have nothing to teach, and that's a myth. And we're going to give you some tips and exercises today to kind of work out what it is that you could teach in an online course. Now, first of all, you do not have to be a qualified educator like me to create and sell your very own online courses. Absolutely not. I'm qualified in my field of expertise because I'm teaching curriculum design, right? However, you could have a skill or a hobby or an interest, an area of expertise, a profession in anything you like. And you can go and share what you've learned, what you know about that skill, that hobby, or that profession with other people who are interested in learning it for the first time. So the first thing I always say to people is there is something that every single one of us can teach. We have all got a whole entire background of life experiences, of work that we've done, of things that we have been through, of stuff that we love to do, of things we do all day, every single day on autopilot and don't think anything of it, that other people don't know how to do yet, that other people are going to Google and typing in, how do I X? And you know how to. You already do these things all the time. And you could literally take that knowledge out of your head. You could film some videos, you could put together a couple little worksheets, and you can literally be making money from that all day, every single day, 24/7 from your own online course. And the skills are really simple to learn, and you can get through this in just 10 steps. So I'm going to take you through that number 1 today, that topic that you could pick to make your first online course. So remember, this is just like the first online course that you create. You don't actually have to exclude heaps of different things. You can create your first course, you learn the process of course creation with something you're familiar at, and then you go copy and paste those skills and create more courses and more courses. I've gone on to create over 60 online courses in my own academy, and now created a subscription membership where people pay monthly to access those courses that are in there. So again, that could be something you plan for down the line so that you start having this regular monthly income coming through from your subscriptions. And it does get addictive the first time you do it. So the first thing I always hear from people are these kind of first excuses. Who am I to teach? Imposter syndrome jumps in. Do I have to be qualified in my thing? No, you don't. Remember that to a first grader, a fourth grader is an expert. To somebody who has never ever done what you do in your work. Imagine going to work in a brand new job on day 1. There's people there who may have only been there a few weeks longer than you, but end up teaching you and showing you what to do. So that's what we're thinking about here, is what stuff do you know how to do? There are people that don't know how to do that yet. And the other excuses I hear are things, like when we're scared of doing something, when something's new and completely unfamiliar, our biology literally stops us from trying to do it. And we come up with all these excuses, I'm too old to teach online. I'm too young to give anything worthy out there in the world. Now, I've had students in their 80s, and I've got students who are under 15 who are all out there creating online courses in things that they love to do, things that they love to share. There is no restriction over your age and level of experience in tech. Like, that's what people like me are here for, to show you how to do it. So please let all of those excuses, that's your biology protecting you from doing something new and scary. Tell them to take a break and have a cup of tea for the next 5 minutes while I walk you through picking your perfect topic. So the first thing you want to be doing is thinking about all of the things that you love to do. And this is the one that's really important. First of all, you're going to have to be, in this topic for a long time. If you're going to create a course on it, you're going to have to be sharing about it passionately. So what things do you love to do? So I always say to people, first of all, go and write down 50 things that you absolutely love to do, that you enjoy doing, that you find fun. Now, those 50 things might be completely and utterly disconnected, have no connection. They can be completely random. Don't overthink it. Just brain dump 50 things that you love to do. Now, the next one is to write down 50 things that you're good at. Now, you might find there are some repetitive things here, right? So 50 things that you're good at. Now, this could be stuff that you've done in work, professionally. It could be things that you just do at home. You know, maybe you're the person that people come to when they're sad about something, and you just kind of like effortlessly always be able to give people great advice about their relationships or their career or their life problems. You know, maybe you have some particular skill. You're a great artist. You know, maybe you've had heaps of leadership jobs and you're just really good natural leader. Maybe you are one of those people that never even has to like look at a recipe to make an amazing meal. You just go to the kitchen and voila, there's this beautiful dish there. You know, these skills that we kind of take for granted, that we don't really realize are a skill. Pop down all of those things that you have there. And again, they might seem random at first, but brain dump and keep going. Now, the next thing that we want to have here is things that we have experience in. You know, because this is where our kind of credibility comes from when we're coming to create online courses. Now, your experience can be actual work experiences, professional experiences, employment, voluntary experiences that you've done work-wise. They can also be life experiences. You know, you may have got yourself through a really terrible experience in your life. You may have got through really tough challenges in your life. Vice versa, you may have really brag-worthy achievements that you've got through in your life, things that other people go, how did you do that? And these are great things to draw upon from things that you can then help other people get away from problems, challenges in their lives, or move towards those achievements, those successes that you've had. Because when it comes to experiences, we have all, whether we've realized it or not, whether we've done it intentionally or not, we've used a number of different strategies. We have, you know, we've used a certain methodology, we've used a certain process, we went and did and implemented certain things. And in some of the other activities I'm going to show you in this video, we can start to get clues from our experiences that show us what actually our natural area of expertise might be, the thing that we become a leading expert in from our experience. Now, again, like I've said before, you don't have to be qualified in the thing that you're going to go out there and help and guide people through necessarily. The fact that you once were in X position and now you're in Y position, all you've got to do is go back and go through, what steps did I go through? What did I do mentally? What did I do physically? What stuff did I learn to move me from A to B? And you share that model, that process, your special system that you went through with other people. And you're basically saying, this is how I went from A to B. And I now teach other people exactly what I did. You don't have to go out there and say, I am a doctorate professor in X, Y, and Z, and I'm going to teach you the theories of A, B, and C. You're simply going, this is what I did. This is what I achieved, I'm going to share with you. You see the difference there, how you have A, the credibility, and B, you know, you're not pretending to be something that you're not. You're simply being everything that you are, and you're using everything that you are to go out there and help other people, and of course, make an income for yourself at the same time. So that's the first thing I want you to do, is write down 50 things. I always do 3 columns, basically. So in column 1, write down 50 things that you love. In column 2, write down 50 things that you're good at. And in column 3, write down 50 things that you have experience in. Work experience, life experience, everything. And what you might see is there's some common themes going on already. But the next thing I do is I then grab a different color pen and I go next to each one of the things I've written down, each of the 50 things, and I score them out of 10, right? 10 out of 10. For every single thing I've written down. So I write down there, you know, for all the things I love, if it's 1 out of 10, I don't love it that much. If it's 10 out of 10, I absolutely, completely and utterly, passionately adore this thing, right? You get it? 1 for good at is, I'm kind of okay at it. I'm not amazing at it, but I'm kind of okay at it. And 10 is, I am so good at this thing. I do it in my sleep. I do it without even realizing I'm doing it. And people are, you know, it's just something that just comes naturally to me. And of course, things that I have experience in, 1 is, you know, I have a bit of experience, like not heaps of years, but I've got a decent amount there. 10 is, I'm completely super duper experienced in this thing. And I'm confident saying I am very experienced in this area. So what will happen then, once you've done your 50 things for each of these and you've scored each of them out of 10, you are then going to basically delete everything that's less than 9 out of 10. So just remove everything that's 9 out of 10. So everything that's 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10 will be left. Now, when you look at all of those things together, you should hopefully have some clues there as to what your perfect topic might be. This is going to tell you, you know, if you're combining the things that you love, the things that you're good at, the things that you're experienced in, Right here, these are all the things that are your 9 out of 10. This is your most profitable area. It is your area of most passion. It's the area that you're going to have the most amount of unique experience and content creation sources from. So that is the first step of choosing your perfect topic. Now I'm just going to see if there's any comments or questions coming up before I move on. Okay, shout out. Hey, hello everyone. Lovely to see you all. Okay, so the next thing that I recommend people do when it comes to finding out or picking what their perfect topic is to go and take a peek at the past. Now, we always hear these sayings of, don't look back, always look forward, always move ahead. But actually our past can give us massive clues as to what our topic of area of expertise could be, the thing that we can become famous for, the thing that we become a leading authority for, the thing that we can create our own unique system, model, methodology, ideas for, comes from our past. Often when we're trying to pick our perfect topic, working out who am I, what's my niche, what is my area of expertise, we're so busy looking around that we don't see what's literally in front of us. Sometimes our thing is so obvious that we can't see it. And I often recur things like, for those of you that drive, sometimes you drive to work or you drive to the supermarket and you don't even remember driving there. Like, it's so automatic to you. You're not even consciously aware that you're doing it. And this is what happens when it comes to your topic. You do it so automatically, you don't even realize it's a thing. This is called the curse of knowledge, right? So one of the tasks I encourage people to do here is to create your personal timeline. So quite literally, I like to do this up on a massive wall. I love these bits of butcher's paper. Get these, they're sticky back. They're giant sticky notes, basically. Stick a bunch up on the wall and draw a huge line all the way along. Then what you're going to do is you're going to start marking each of the years 1 year at a time. So this here will be the year that you were born. So pop the year that you were born down here. And then at the very, very end, of course, keep going 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, 1 year, right up until the year now, obviously 2021 at the time of filming this video, okay? And so you're just going to pop all the years down here. Now, what I want you to do then is grab 2 different color sets of sticky notes. I only have one with me here right now, I think. Oh no, I do. Typical teacher, I've always got Post-it notes. All right. So what you're going to do now is you're going to now go back and look at your life, and you're going to have to do this over a few days because what you put down here is often very much impacted by your current mood. And we all know that our moods fluctuate and change for all kinds of reasons. But first of all, what I want you to do is on the top of the line, I want you to write down all of the positive experiences that you've had in your life. Positive only, okay? All of the positive experiences you can think of, all of the wins, all of your successes, all of your achievements. So up on the top line here, I'm going to put plus, everything positive that you can ever think of. Now, these can be complete random happy memories. These can be memories that just pop up when you think of, oh, happy memories, good times, positivity. Put them down. Doesn't matter how random they seem to be. Pop down the happy memories, the good things. Then think about, what are all the achievements I've had in my life? What are all the successes? What are all those brag-worthy things? Now, I'm talking like literally everything from like when you got your first school swimming badge when you were 7, right? Right the way from there, all the way through to the time you got that job, or the time, you got that first contract if you've got your own business, through to, the day you met a partner that was really happy. But whatever it is, that these achievements, these successes, these things that you consider to be, yeah, damn, I'm proud of me for doing that. I'm happy that I did that, that I got that I made that happen. Now, you probably guessed it, on the bottom, you're going to put all the negative things. And this is, this might be hard for some of you. This might bring up, hard memories, hard things. Come at it as distance as you can. You're doing an exercise here to see what these negative experiences can help you now help other people with in their lives. This is the hat I want you to wear when you're doing this exercise. This is not an exercise for you to go, poor me, look at all the bad things that have happened to me. This is an exercise for you to go, look at all the stuff that I have got through, and I'm still standing today. And boy, have I got things to teach and share with other people to help people that are only just going through those things now. That's what I want you to look at these here, to go, gee, I got through that. How did I get through that? Now it's my job, it's my destiny, it's my purpose, it's my role to now go and share how I got out of that with other people who are still stuck in those trenches, because I survived, or I'm surviving. Okay, and I'm now going to share with other people how I survived through that so that they can too. So all the negative things that have ever happened to you, the challenges that you've been through, times when you had to make sacrifices, times when you're in the darkness, sad, depressed, low, when somebody screwed you over, where you felt alone or bullied or lost, or times when you just felt like you didn't know what to do, right? All these crazy things down here. Remember, keep that lens on of I'm looking at this so that I can be a teacher of these things to help other people, not to take it low. So you see here where you might have to go up and down over a few days doing this. Now, what will happen here is you will actually see some pretty incredible patterns starting to pull out here. When you look at all your positive things, these are all the things that you can say, I used a strategy, there was a methodology, there was something I did to get that win. Other people in the world are going to want wins like that. Down here, again, I used methods, I used strategies, no matter whatever I think I just automatically flow through life. There were things I did when I really look back that helped me get through those. This is what you're going to be saying to yourself. So you finish up your timeline and you're going to be saying to yourself things like, what patterns do I see here? Is there a pattern between the skills and the strengths and the characteristics that are within me that helped me get these achievements and survive these challenges? What are the patterns there of those personal characteristics? What things were you doing? What mindset did you have? What attitude did you take? What steps did you take? Did you go at things, really alone? And did you read things? Did you learn particular things? Was there a particular TV show you watched or book that you read or method that you heard of or conversation that you had or breakthrough that you had in your own mind? What was it that got you through the challenge and into the success and through those more challenges and more successes here? In this are the secrets to your special, unique talent. In here are the secrets to what it is that you truly were born to do. If life has been a teacher for you, what has it been trying to tell you? If life is your teacher and you've been put through all these things for a reason, what is it now today that this thing is trying to show you that is your gift to the world, that is your thing that you can now go out and share with other people? So many people look at their life and go, oh, I've been beaten to the ground, all these terrible things have happened to me, or I have nothing to teach, I just, who am I? I'm nobody. This will show you that, in fact, you very much are, and that you have a bunch of stuff here that could literally change somebody else's life. If you could then look at that and see those skills, those strategies, those tools, those steps that you took, those innate abilities that you can go and teach other people to use, can change somebody's life, quite literally. So that's another little exercise that I like to take people through when you're going through how to find that topic for your online course. Now, another little strategy I like to use, and I'm going to draw a little picture because why not? I've got my teacher board here. I might as well draw it just for the sake of visualization. So here is my amazing picture of a tree, right? So what does this symbolize? This is another exercise that I really recommend people do. Have you ever forgotten a word? There's a word that you really wanted to say, but you forgot the word. So you went up to somebody to go, hey, what's that word for when you blah? And then before they've even answered you, it comes up into your mind. So you go to ask somebody what the word is, and all of a sudden the word comes to you. This process of recall literally comes up when our brain is only thinking, only certain neurons are firing. It's as simple as that. When we have to open our mouths, all of a sudden, different neurons, different parts of the brain begin to function and fire. And so literally our brain wakes up in places that it's asleep. As soon as we start to teach something, again, completely different neurons, parts of the brain turn on fire, and we can think of more things. We literally become smarter when we change the level of activity that we're doing. So one way that you can start figuring out, again, who am I? What's my area of expertise? What is the topic that I need to be an expert in? What is my thing? Is to quite literally just start saying it. Is to just start talking about it. One of the ways that I did this, and you're going to laugh, this is a completely true story. Back before I sort of specialized in online course creation, I was qualified teacher trainer. I was a qualified curriculum developer, and I still didn't know what my thing was, right? It was so obvious I couldn't see it. I was running an education company that was teaching a whole range of stuff to corporate organizations, like everything from leadership to personal development to CV writing to, like, you name it. Like, there was about 60, 70 different topics that we had trainers that we were out delivering for. So that's why I was really confused. I was like, what's my topic? I'm a qualified teacher and I teach all these different subjects. I didn't realize that it was quite literally the creation of the content that was my area of expertise at the time. So when I was trying to figure out what it is that I did, I actually picked up the phone to a friend and I was like, hey, should we just like pretend to teach stuff and like film it on camera and just see what happens, see what comes out. And luckily this friend agreed. And what we did is we went to the park across the road from my house where I used to walk the dogs every day. And we literally sellotaped my mobile phone to the trunk of a tree. And we talked at it for 1 hour every week for 10 weeks. And we just made this rule, like no preparation, no planning. We just have to start speaking to the camera to see what comes out. And what kind of came from this was a number of things. First of all, we realized who we were talking to. We realized that as we were speaking, we were talking to a particular type of audience, a particular type of person. So all of a sudden, our avatar and niche became clear. Secondly, it made us really, really cool presenters, because when you go back and watch the video of yourself, which I know is cringeworthy as for many of us, you really start to realize, do you use particular filler words? Is your voice, up and down enough? Do you do particular things with your face or your hands, like Italian pizza thrower man, a bit like me? It's a really cool way for you to kind of reflect on your presentation skills, your speaking skills, and there is no better teacher than watching yourself back. So that's another benefit that comes from this. The third and main thing, which is what this video is about, topic, is the topic starts to present itself. After 10 weeks of talking to a camera on a tree for 1 hour a week, I started to realize that I kept navigating back to a particular area every single time. And that's when I realized what my topic was. It was so obvious I couldn't see it, but when I just started talking about things that I love and have experience in, it became really, really obvious what my topic was when I just laterally navigated back to it every single time I was talking to the camera. And so this here, talking to a tree, saying it out loud, doesn't have to be a tree. If you don't want to look like a complete mental case like me, then simply go and talk to a friend. Just go up to a friend, your partner, pick up the phone, get on a Zoom call with somebody and say, hey, can I just have a chat with you about something? I don't need you to answer any questions. I just need to talk to you and see what comes up, right? This here really helps. Now, finally, my last tip for nailing your perfect topic is this. I don't know about you, but sometimes, in life, there are things we have to do that we really don't want to do, like laundry and taxes and, that kind of stuff. But this can be a really clever way of working out what your thing is. So I'm just going to get a fresh bit of paper here. Let's move this over a little bit. I want you to write down 2 columns, column 1, column 2. In the first column, write down quite simply what it is that you have got to do. I've got to do this. I've got to do my taxes. I've got to do things that you say, I've got to do this, and you kind of really don't want to do it. I've got to do X, Y, Z. Nah, got to do it. Write down in the other column things that you get to do, right? Oh my God, in my job, I get to do this. When I get to do that, I get to do this thing. It's kind of stuff you're so excited that you feel fortunate that this task is something on your list, right? It becomes something, it's like, I get to do that. That's my job. That's my life. This is what I do every day. So write down here all the things you've got to do. Oh God, I've got to do that. And all the things you get to do. I'm so excited. This here too is right. Well, anything that goes in this column, whatever you do, please don't ever teach a course on that. Please don't, no matter how profitable the trends tell you it's going to be, your passion for something literally infects your students or totally turns them off and makes them ask for a refund. No one wants that. So all the things you get to do, well, my darling friends, again, you might want to now compare that to the stuff you wrote on the list over here, which is stuff that you love, that you're good at, and that you have experience in. And you might get to see that the things here match some of these 10 out of 10s, and boom, topic number 1 for your first course will begin to present itself like magic. And the other thing I have to say on this, guys, is really that the more you start being active in what you think your topic is, the more it actually presents itself. A lot of people who are thinking about starting a business, creating an online course, creating a coaching program, becoming an expert in their field, often think that they have to wait for the perfect idea to present itself. It's like, one day you're going to be sat on the toilet and bing, this epiphany is just going to drop on your head and here's your thing. It really doesn't work like that. Your thing presents itself one step at a time over time. And it only comes, step 2 only comes when you take step 1. You kind of go, I think this is my area of expertise. I think this is where I'm meant to be going. So you have to move on it. Just move forward. And all of a sudden you can see a tiny bit more. You start talking about your topic more. You start having conversations with your audience more. People start asking you questions and you're like, oh, yeah, I love answering that. And you start to deviate. The path kind of starts winding, and things that where you started with all of a sudden becomes quite far away. You start moving down a niche based on the questions people ask you, the things you keep discovering as you're going down your area of expertise. And you can only really truly find it if you start moving. The path keeps coming and you keep finding the direction there. So there you have it. That is a couple of tips to get you started on how to find the perfect topic for your course so that your students absolutely love it. They get the most out of you. You are getting the most out of what you do. You are getting the most out of including all of your skills, your areas of expertise, the things that you're good at. You're getting something that you love to do that's going to fill you up. And of course, that's going to pass on to the people that you work with. Now, I have my Concept to Course program coming up. Concept to Course is my 30-day course creation group coaching program. It only runs a few times a year. So if you're watching this right now on the day I'm doing it live, my next Concept to Course program is running on the 1st of March 2021. If you can go, want to come and join that, you create your course and launch it in your own online school in just 30 days. Literally in just 30 days, that program will take you through every single one of the 10 steps to create your online course, and you will have a course by the end of it. Yes, you really, truly do. So that is down at sarahcordiner.com/C2C. Go and check it out there. There are 3 different options, pricing options that you can choose from. So there you go. If you're watching the recording of this later, go to that link and it will tell you when the next date is running. And we do run those every few months. So do come along over, check that out. If you want to create your course in 30 days with my personal help, you have an online learning area with all of the training that you can access at any time. You have a live 1-hour group coaching call with me on Zoom once a week for the 4 weeks, which is absolutely amazing. We do so much stuff in those live calls. It's very practical, very demo. Everyone gets their questions answered. There are only 30 places on Concept to Course because I personally am available to everybody throughout the entire 30 days inside the secret Facebook group. And of course, I can only give all of myself to so many people. And so that's why this program people prefer over my self-study courses. So I do have a self-study version at sarahcordiner.com/create course. If you prefer to just do things on your own. But if you want to get this course idea out of your head, even if you are as tech savvy as a carrot, you have no idea how to do tech, you don't know what your course topic is yet, and you need help, you want coaching, you want me to hold your hand, help you through, answer every single question that you've got to get you there, you're going to want to come on Concept to Course. So go and click on sarahcordiner.com/C2C, and I cannot wait to personally guide you, coach you, help you get through creating and launching your very own online course. It would be amazing to help you get there. If you have any more questions about course creation, pop them in the comments and I will come back and answer those as soon as possible. Otherwise, there will be another 9 tips coming up with the 10 steps to creating an online course over the next few days. I really hope that you enjoy them. And otherwise, I hope to see you all in Concept to Course real soon. Bye for now.